Happy New Year from Bookmakers Review. Let's spend it by watching the college football playoff. Two big games on New Year's Eve, but we're going to focus on one down in South Florida and South Beach in the Orange Bowl. That is the Georgia Bulldogs and the Michigan Wolverines, currently sitting at a line of 7.5 across the board. Total fluctuating between 45 and 45.5. And keep in mind, that line opened up at 43 at the FanDuel Sportsbook, so rising up a few points here. Typically, when we look at both of these teams, we think defense right off the bat, and I understand that there. But you have two decent quarterbacks coming into this game in Stetson Bennett and Cade McNamara. Stetson Bennett about 2,300 yards on the season, about 2,500 yards on the season for McNamara. Both have pretty good splits here with touchdowns and interceptions. Bennett with 24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and Cade McNamara with 15 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. And as I said, usually you look at defense when you bring up these two programs. Georgia was having a historical year on defense until Alabama happened, where they hung 41 points on them. Taking a look at Michigan, as the year went on, the defense certainly stepped up, but also the offense was improving each and every week. If we take a 5-game snapshot with both of these offenses here, even though you lost to Alabama, speaking of the Georgia Bulldogs, 41-24, they did have close to 450 yards of offense against the Alabama Crimson Tide. If you take a look at the Big Ten championship game going up against Iowa, who tends to slow the pace down, how about Michigan on offense, dropping 42 points here, including 211 yards on the ground and 250 yards in the air. Both of these teams can run the ball. Both of these teams can stop the run. So maybe we're looking at more passing here, which is fine. As we said, 340 yards passing versus Alabama for Georgia, 250 versus Iowa. The week before previous here, when we're watching Ohio State and Michigan, how about almost 300 yards on the ground by the Michigan Wolverines, 190 yards in the air. Very, very stout both sides here. Look at the game they played against Maryland. It doesn't have a great defense, but how about this for Michigan? 151 yards on the ground and 352 yards in the air. I do think Michigan has a legitimate chance to upset the Georgia Bulldogs, but that's not going to be my focus here in this game. I'm going to look to take the total to the over 45 points here in the Orange Bowl between the Georgia Bulldogs and the Michigan Wolverines. Hopefully we can cash that ticket in well before the new year starts and get everything started off on the right side in 2022. Thank you guys for tuning in here to Bookmakers Review. If you haven't done so yet, on our YouTube page, hit the subscribe button, turn your notification bell on. Every time we give you options here in college football, national football, anything we do, you get it delivered directly to your inbox. And also, if you do follow us on Twitter, thank you for doing that. If not, give us a follow on Twitter at BMR Reviews. I'm Donnie RightSide, and we're going to make some money here on the over between the Michigan Wolverines and the Georgia Bulldogs. So let's get after that and make that our play of the day. And as always, good luck on those wagers.